So, you're traveling internationally, huh?
Yeah, I am.
Well, good for you. So, where are you going? Paris. Huh. Croissant. I know a little something. All right, hun, you have fun. I will see you when you get back. Okay, I had to come back. I'm sorry to do this, I really am, but I can almost guarantee that you did not do these 5 things before you booked that flight. People are tired of staying at home, you hear me? I am one of them. Everyone is venturing off and making arrangements to visit these faraway places, but they are forgetting the minor details. But you're not like those people because you're watching this video. While you're at it, just go ahead and like that for me, please. Thank you. The first travel tip that you should do is to get any needed shots. I'm not sure if YouTube flags the V word. No, not that word. The other V word. It rhymes with vaccination, but you should probably check with the CDC for the country that you're visiting to determine if they have any recommended or required vaccinations that you need to get before you get there, especially if you're traveling to a country that's not as developed as the United States. The next thing you want to do is to learn the customs of the country that you're visiting. No, not those customs. I'm talking about the way of life of the people whose home country you'll be visiting. I'm sure it goes without saying that people who live on the other side of the world from you live completely different than you do. So you want to be respectful when you visit and take the time to learn how these people live. Like how you shouldn't wear your shoes inside someone's home in Japan, and how you shouldn't wear a halter top in Saudi Arabia. Do yourself a favor and take a little time before your trip to learn about your destination's culture. I never knew about those things. I know, but I'm not done yet. So the next thing you should know is what the weather will be like during the day and the night. In some areas, it can be pretty hot during the day, but once the night falls, you're reaching for your warmest jacket. And you don't want to be that person spending extra money while you're on your trip buying more suitable clothing. So check the weather and pack accordingly. Another tip that I recommend is learning key phrases in the country's language that you are traveling to. It will help you tremendously if you are able to communicate with the locals in their native tongue. So, you said you're visiting France, right?
Yeah.
Où est le boulevard Jean-Pierre?
Say what now?
Le boulevard Jean-Pierre. Je cherche un restaurant là-bas. You see what I mean? Of course, you don't need to be fluent in the language, but learning a few key phrases will really help you out. Phrases like, hello, goodbye, how are you, thank you, yes, no, excuse me, where is the, I'm allergic to, how much is it, help, do you speak English? Fret not, my friends. I have a blog post that I will link down below for you that go over these common phrases in 3 popular foreign languages that you can use before you head out to your next trip. You still with me?
Uh-huh.
Good. Now the last and one of the most important tips is to research the area you'll be visiting. You'll want to know which part of town you'll be staying in. You'll also want to note which areas are a little more safe to visit, and you'll also want to make note of which areas that are a little bit more sketch. How will you be getting around once you get there? What is the transportation system like? How much is the transportation system? Will it take you to the areas that you are trying to visit? Is your accommodation reputable? Is it within walking distance to shops, restaurants, or local transportation? This is the research you want to be doing before you book that flight. Join travel groups on Facebook and ask questions there about different places that you want to visit. Make sure you go through all of your Airbnb or hotel reviews with a fine-tooth comb. Basically, just do your research.
I never realized there was so much that went into prepping for an international trip.
I know, and it can be very overwhelming if you don't plan accordingly. Speaking of which, you also need really great luggage to bring with you on your next trip, and I highly recommend this one.